Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study practice set 1.3. But before that, we will see the concept on which it is based. So let us learn new topic, that is Venn diagrams. Close figures like circle, triangle, square, rectangle, oval used to represent sets. Such a representation are called Venn diagrams. In short, when we use figures to represent sets, it called as Venn diagrams. Example, set A is equal to curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This set we have to represent by Venn diagram. So here I use oval shape. Okay. Now after that, in oval shape I written the elements which represent set A, and in the corner we should write the name of the set by using capital letter. Okay. Second example, B is equal to curly bracket x such that x is greater than and equal to minus 10 and less than and equal to 0. Now less than and equal to 0 means the starting element is 0, and greater than and less than and equal to minus 10, that means the last element is minus 10. Okay. Now it means we should write all the elements between 0 to minus 10. So example they given which is in a rule form. So first step we convert that rule method into listing form. Hence B is equal to curly bracket 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 and minus 10. So here for representation of Venn diagram I used square. In a square I mention all the elements which are there in a set B, and in a corner I written the name of the set by using capital letter. Okay. Next topic is subset. Students, in a bracket I use the symbol, I drawn the symbol which indicates subset. Okay. If A and B are two given sets and every element of set B is also an element of set A, then B is a subset of A. Symbolically, it is written as B subset sign A. It is read as B is a subset of A or B subset A. Example 1. Here they given the Venn diagram which consists two figures. One is a oval, another one is a circle. Oval shape indicates set A and circle indicates set B. So first step we need to write down both the sets by listing form. So A, we will write first set A. So now students, if you see here in a set there are only 4 elements you can see, but don't forget that B is set B which is inside the set A. That means set B elements are also the part of set A. Okay. So therefore set A is equal to curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 curly bracket close. That means we have to mention all the elements of both the sets, because set A is a bigger set and set B is a smaller, because set B is inside the set A. Okay. Now we will write set B by listing form. So here set B is equal to curly bracket 2, 4, 6, 8 curly bracket close. Okay. Now if you observe both the sets, you can understand set B elements are set B in the set B, the elements which are present, all the elements are you can see in a set A. Okay, that means B is a subset of A. Okay, every element of set B is also an element of set A. Hence, set B is a subset of A. Okay, now the next one. Second example, N, set of natural numbers. I, set of integers. Now natural numbers means all positive numbers and integer means positive, negative numbers including 0. Okay, so compared to integer, compared to natural number, integer is a bigger set. Yes, natural numbers are part of an integer. Hence, here n is a subset of I because all natural numbers are integers. Understood? Points to remember. Every set is a subset of itself. Example, suppose we have set A. So, we will write in a symbolic form A subset of A. Second, empty set is a subset of every set. That means in a symbolical form you can use empty curly bracket or this sign which is phi. This sign is called phi. So phi is a subset of A. Third point, if A is equal to B, means A and B both the sets are equal, that means A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Fourth point, if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, that means set A is equal to set B. Okay. Next topic, universal set. Universal set means bigger set. Suppose we have three sets, set U, set A and set B. That means for set A and B, set U is a bigger. That is why it is a universal set. So let's see the definition. A set which contains all the sets under consideration as subset is called the universal set. It is denoted by capital U. In Venn diagram, we represent the universal set by rectangle. That means whenever we have to represent the universal set by Venn diagram, we have to use rectangle. Example, if now we have here three sets, A is equal to curly bracket 1 and 2, B which has elements 2, 3 and C which has element 1, 3, 4. Okay, so here we have three sets. That means then U is equal to, U means universal set. U is equal to, you have to write down all the elements which are coming in the set A, B and C. Hence we got here U is equal to curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 4. Curly bracket close. Can be taken as the universal set of A, B, C. Okay. Sets A, B, C. Next, complement of a set. Let A be the subset and U be the universal set. Then set of all elements in U which are not in a set A. It's called a complement of A. It is denoted by A dash or A raised to C. Okay. Example, here we have universal set which contains elements from 1 to 10 and set A which contains element 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now we need to find out complement of A, that means A dash. So to find out the elements for complement set, we omitted the elements A from the universal set. Okay. Hence we got here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Curly bracket close. So keep in mind, to find A dash, that means A complement, omit elements of set A from set U. Omits means subtract. Okay, cut out. Properties of complement of a set. A and complement of A do not have any common elements. Second, A is a subset of U and A complement also set of U. Third, complement of universal set is the null set. That means complement of universal set, we will write here U dash is equal to empty set, that means phi. Okay. Next point, complement of the null set is the universal set, that means phi dash is equal to U. Next, complement of a complement is the given set itself. These are the properties of complement of a set. Now we will see practice set 1.3. Question number 1. If A is equal to curly bracket A, B, C, D, E, B is equal to curly bracket C, D, E, F, C is equal to curly bracket B, D, D is equal to curly bracket A, E, then which of the following statements are true and which are false? Okay. So now here in a question they given us 4 sets. Set A, set B, set C, set D. Okay. Related to these sets they ask 6 sub questions and we have to give the answer in the true as a true or false. Okay. In a bracket I mention the reason to understand you. Okay. Now let us see the first sub question. C is a subset of B. Answer is false. Why? Because elements of set C are not present in set B. That means student, did you understand? Subset is what? When the elements of that particular set are present in another set, it is called as subset. Correct? So here in a set C, the elements which are there that are not in the set B, hence it is not a subset. Answer is false. Second, A is a subset of D. Answer false. Because all the elements of a set A are not present in set D. Third, D is a subset of B. Answer false. All the elements of set D are not present in set B. Fourth one, D is a subset of A. Answer true. Because observe that both the set D and A. Set D has element A and E and both the elements are present in set A. Hence, D is a subset of A and answer is true. Fifth one, B is a subset of A. False. All the elements of set B are not present in set A. Sixth one, C is a subset of A. Answer true, because all the elements of a set C are present in set A. Okay students? See the next question. Question number 2. Take a set of natural numbers from 1 to 10. They said take set n natural numbers from 1 to 20 as a universal set. That means here universal set is a set in which elements from 1 to 20. Okay. Set and show set x and y using Venn diagram. Okay. Now let us see the first question. Here, first step, they said universal set is a set of natural numbers from 1 to 20. And as I mentioned before, whenever we have to represent universal set by Venn diagram, we always represented by rectangle. So here first step to draw the rectangle. Okay. Now to showing the set x, we have to draw x, a circle inside the rectangle. Why inside? Because universal set is a bigger compared to the x. Hence set x, which represented by circle, we drawn inside the rectangle. Okay. Now here they given set x, curly bracket, x is such that belongs to n means natural number. Okay. And x is greater than 7 and less than 15. That means set x में ऐसे एलिमेंट हैं जो 7 से greater है, मतलब बड़े हैं, and less than 15. So which will be there? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Correct? So here that all the elements are represented in the circle. Now universal set means what? One set of numbers from 1 to 20. But 1 to 20 में से जो numbers हम लोगों ने set x में represent किए हैं, वो हमें अभी रेक्टेंगल में नहीं दिखाने हैं. तो बचे हुए हम लोग अभी यूनिवर्सल सेट में दिखाएंगे. दैट मीन्स 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And here in a set, a circle, last element is 14. Then after 14 we will start again 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Next one. Understood the first question? Now see the second sub question. Y, curly bracket, y such that y belongs to n. Y is a prime number between 1 to 20. Okay. Now prime number between 1 to 20 means which numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay. Correct students? Now again for universal set we drawn here rectangle. For set y we draw triangle, which we showing inside the rectangle because y is smaller compared to universal set. And first we mention all the elements of set A, which are the prime numbers between 1 to 20. So that numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Correct? Now in a rectangle we have to mention the remaining elements from the 1 to 20, because universal set is numbers from 1 to 20. So now remaining numbers means what? 1, 2, 3 we already mentioned. So next element 4, then 6, then 8, 9, 10, then 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. Understood? Hope you understand how to represent Venn diagram. Next, question number 3. Here they given the two set, universal set and set P, and they said then draw Venn diagram. First question they asked, draw Venn diagram for U, P and P dash. Okay. Second question they asked, verify P complementary P dash of dash is equal to P. P dash of a dash is equal to P. Okay. So first we return which set they given us, that is set U and P as it is. Now they said to draw we need to find out P dash, that means complement of P. Now for complement of P, what you will do? You will subtract or omit the elements which are in the set P from the set U. So now 1 we omitted, so what left? 2, 3, 7 we omitted, then what left? 8, then 9, 11 and 12 will come in the complement of P. Understood? Now students, try to understand P and set of P, set P and set of complement P together made the together we can say it is a universal set. इसका मतलब P सेट P और P डैश को मिला के यूनिवर्सल सेट होता है. तो यूनिवर्सल सेट अलग से दिखाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो फॉर दैट P dash, for P dash here we use the rectangle, okay, and for P we use here circle. So first in a circle we written all the elements of the set P. Then in a rectangle we represent all the elements of the complement of P. Then we written the set P and complement of P name, and then both of them together we can say universal set. So that capital U we represent outside the rectangle. Why? Because together P and complement of P is called as universal set. Understand? Second sub question, U. Here again they give on second sub question, they said verify P complement of a complement is P. Now we already have U, set P and set of complement of P. Okay. Then P dash of a dash is what? P dash of a dash is what? That means you have to, for that you have to subtract the elements of a P dash from the universal set and you will get answer 1, 3, 7, 10. That means it is a set P only. So that means from 1 and 2, P dash of a dash is equal to P. Understood? Keep in mind, complement of a complement of any set is original set only. Okay? Question number 4. A is equal to 1, 3, 2, 7. And they said write any three subset of A. This is the most common question, most of the time they ask. So solution, we learn the properties of a subset. Every empty set is a subset of every set. So that is why first is a phi sign. Okay, then each elements individually we written because they are the subset. So see, curly bracket 1, curly bracket 3, curly bracket 2, curly bracket 7. So each elements we written individually. Now we will take the set of two elements. Okay. So therefore the next one is 1, 3, then 3, 2, then 2, 7, then 7, 1, then 1, 7, then 1, 2, then 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 7. Okay. So that means we return in a pair we got these many subsets. Now we will take a group of 3 elements. So that means 1, 3, 2, then 137, then 327 and 271. Okay, I given here all the subset of A. You don't get confused. You can write only 3 subset from these. So to avoid confusion, you can write empty set is a set and individual elements. That is better to understand. Okay. Next, question number 5. Write the subset relation between the sets. P, here they given some sets. Set P, which is a resident of Pune. Set M, which is a resident of Madhya Pradesh. Set I is a residence of Indore. Set B is a residence of India. And set H is a residence of Maharashtra. Okay. Now from this information we have to write down subset relation. So we written P is a subset of H because Pune comes in Maharashtra. So compared to Maharashtra, Pune is a smaller. Hence P is a subset of H. Then P is a subset of B because Pune comes in India. So compared to India, Pune is a smaller. It is a subset of India. Then I is a subset of A, M, as Indore comes in Madhya Pradesh. Here I written MP. MP means Madhya Pradesh. Then I is a subset of B, as Indore comes in India. H is a subset of B, as Maharashtra comes in India. And last one, M is a subset of B, as Madhya Pradesh comes in India. Now they ask second sub question. Which set can be universal set for the above? Now students, you can observe the set carefully, and from this set, whichever is a bigger one, that is a universal set. So that means India is a bigger. So India showing the set B. Hence set B is a universal set. Okay. Question number 6. Which set of a numbers could be the universal set for the sets given below? That means here they mention subsets. For that sets we have to state which one is a universal set. Okay. So here they given the set A, B, C. That they given in a rule form. So first step we have to convert it into listing form. So set A, they said set of multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 means the numbers which are coming in the table 5. So therefore A is equal to curly bracket 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on. Set B is a multiple of 7. Therefore B is equal to 7 numbers table. That means 7, 14, 21, 28 and so on. Set C, set of multiples of 12. That means numbers which are coming in the table 12. So C is equal to 12, 24, 36, 48 and so on. Okay. So first step over, we need to write down all the 3 sets in a listing form. Now we have to think which set can be universal of this. So students, here natural numbers, that means it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Integers -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on. So all these 3 sets are the bigger sets for the given set A, B, C. Hence, therefore for the given 3 set A, B and C, we can take natural numbers or whole numbers or integer as a universal set. Means आप सेट A, B, C के लिए ये तीनों सेट में से कोई भी सेट, ये तीनों मतलब नेचुरल, होल एंड इंटीजर, ये तीनों में से कोई भी सेट यूनिवर्सल सेट कंसिडर कर सकते हैं. Understand? Second one, P and T, second sub question. They given here P and T set. Now again, first step we need to convert it into listing form. So P set of integers which are multiples of 4. That means again we need the numbers which are coming in the table 4. But here for confusion they use the word integers. Integer means positive also numbers. Positive numbers also. That means numbers which are coming in the table 4. So P is equal to curly bracket 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on. T, set of all even square numbers. Even square numbers means after multiplying the number twice, whichever answer we are getting, that is called as square numbers. That square numbers we need even. So therefore T is equal to 4, which is a square of 2, 16 which is a square of 4, 36 which is a square of 6 and 64 which is the square of 8 and so on. Why we did not mention here the square of 1, 3? Because they are odd squares and we need only even squares. Understood? Again for the set P and T, you can take any one set from the natural numbers, whole numbers and integer as a universal set. Okay? So same way we mention here all the three sets, natural, whole and integer, and then we have to mention the statement for the given two sets P and T we can take natural numbers or whole numbers or integer as a universal set. Question number 7. Let all the students of a class is an universal set. They said consider all the students of a class as a universal set. Let set A be the students who secure 50% and more marks in maths. Then write the complement of set A. So we will write first all the sets. Okay, we will distinguish the set. So capital U means universal set, the set of all the students in a class. Then capital A is equal to the set of students who secure 50% and more than marks in maths. That means complement of A is what? The students who secure less than 50% in maths. Hope you understand practice set 1.3. Students, if you do the regular practice, you will easily understand the concept. If you did not understand, again you watch the video again, then your concept will get clear. Okay, thank you.